Good afternoon to all. I am Inigo Francis Xavier. Today we are going to discuss about Newton's laws of motion. Okay, Rometer 9. First hard question. Okay, it's very important problem. So you have to listen carefully. You know very well motion. What is the motion? What is the motion? To change in position of the object with respect to the surrounding. Okay, already we have studied in the lower classes. Okay, different kind of motion. Okay, for an example, laws of motion, optics, thermal physics, electricity, acoustics, nuclear physics. In higher classes, we will be studying the measurement, scalar quantity, vector quantity, motion, work energy power, motion of a rigid body, work energy power. Next, electromagnetism, ray optics, wave optics, quantum mechanics, nuclear atomic physics. There are so many branches in physics. Okay, so what I am saying with you, only we have in the examination point of view, we will be studying. So we will return the examination, we will get the mark. So we will not improve our knowledge. Why I am telling it you, the problem will be affected in your career, as well as you will not pass any other examination. Especially you will become a doctor, you will compulsory you will be studying the NEET exam. So you have to understand the concept, then you will go through, you will understand the concept, you will go through easily. Okay, so I am teaching the topic. Before that, I have to create the story. That story will be very useful for you. Okay, so I like to say the story through the Tamil for the between gap. So you have to understand. I hope you have to understand about the story. Okay, but the story is not related to the topic. Okay, so you have to listen. After that, I will continue the problem. Okay, for example, um, I got to, so we got to mention the name. Okay, a particular boy name is Inigo Francis Xavier. So shortly we got called as the Savior. Okay, so Savior is very mischievous because of he's not obeying the parents. He's not obeying the parents. He is very mischievous, but he did not drive a bicycle. Okay, so he had any free time, he is playing football, or he is doing some other work individually. Okay, but he has got so many talented, he has given the god, but he did not utilize the opportunity. Okay, yeah, utilize the opportunity. So yeah, but the Saturday, yes, Saturday has went to the school. So so next day the Sunday. So he has immediately, he has because he has free now. So immediately is going to the library. At the time he has searching the some other book, but he did not find out. Okay, so after that he has gone to the Eagle Book Center. So he has found the book. So he had to pay the money. Then he has received the book. So immediately he went to the home. He has kept on the book on the table. So the mother has given the lunch. Okay, so he has eaten carefully. So immediately he has take a nap. He has taken a nap. And so he has got up immediately, and the evening time he has reading the book. So the book name is How to Drive a Bicycle. Can you repeat again? How to drive a bicycle. Okay, but he did not drive a bicycle because he's so afraid. He's so afraid to drive a bicycle. Okay, because the family members are because family members are so caring to the savior. Okay, so yes, reading the book How to Drive the Bicycle. So I have to say the Tamil. அவங்க புக்கு வாங்குறாங்க. இந்த சேவியருங்கிற ஒரு பாய் வந்து, அப்போ அவங்க புக்கை ரீட் பண்ணும்போது அவங்க புக்கில் ஒவ்வொரு கண்டிஷனாக சொல்கிறாங்க. நீங்கள் ஃபஸ்ட்டு உங்கள் இரு கைகளை அந்த பெடல் மீது வைக்கவும். ஓகே, உங்கள் கைகளை அசைக்காமல் நேராக உட்காரவும். உங்கள் உங்கள் இரு கால்களையும் அந்த பெடல் மீது வைத்து உங்கள் இரண்டும் ஒன்றாக இணையுமாறு உங்களை அழுத்தத்தை கொடுத்து மிதிவண்டியை நேராக ஓட்டவும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், you have to sit on the bicycle, you have to sit straight, and you have to put on the leg on the pedal. So you have to drive your bicycle continuously through the pedal. Okay, so you got to rotate the pedal continuously, so he will drive a bicycle easily. அவங்க அந்த புக்கில் உள்ள அப்படியே ஒவ்வொரு கண்டிஷனாக செஞ்சு பார்க்குறாங்க. பட் ஹி டிட் நாட் ட்ரைவ் எ பைசைக்கிள். ஓகே, அப்போ என்ன சொல்கிறாங்கன்னா, ரொம்ப அவங்க கூட படிக்கிற பசங்க எல்லாருமே என்ன பண்ணுறாங்கன்னா ஈஸியாக பைக்கு கார் கூட ஓட்டுறாங்க, பட் நம்மளால சைக்கிள் கூட ஓட்டணும்னு சொல்லி ஸோ ஒரு கில்ட்டி இஸ் காட் ஸோ கில்ட்டி. ஸோ அப்போ என்ன பண்ணாங்கன்னு இப்போ கெட் யாரும் இல்லாத நேரத்தில் நைட் டைமில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த பைசைக்கிளை கிரவுண்டு கொண்டு போய் அப்படியே அந்த புக்கை தூர போட்டாங்க. ஓகே, பிகாஸ் த தியரிட்டிக்கல். ஓகே, அப்போ அவங்க ப்ராக்டிக்கல் என்ன பண்ணுறாங்கன்னா அந்த புக்கில் என்னதோ அப்படியே அவங்க மைண்டில் வச்சு ப்ராக்டிக்கலாக கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க. தியரிட்டிக்கலி வில் பி கன்வெர்ட்டிங் இன் டு த ப்ராக்டிக்கல். ஓகே, ஸோ இஸ் செட் ஆன் த பைசைக்கிள். ஸோ he has look at the he has look straight, then he has drive a bicycle. So immediately he has put on the right leg on the pedal. So he had to, so 1 or 2 times he has suffer, then he will so 1 or 2 hours he has driven a bicycle easily. ஓகே, எதுக்கு நான் சொல்கிறேன்னா அவங்க ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ண ஈஸியாக என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க சைக்கிள் ஓட்ட கற்றுக்கிட்டாங்க. எதுக்கு நான் சொல்கிறேன்னா the practical knowledge is very very important than the theoretical knowledge. Okay, so you have to listen carefully. Okay, so come to the point. You have to read the question. The two blocks of masses 8 kg and 2 kg respectively lie on a smooth horizontal surface in the contact with one another. They are pushed by a horizontally applied the force of 50 Newton. Calculate the force exerted on a 2 kg force. Okay, first we have to draw the diagram. I have to draw the diagram. For example, this is a horizontal surface. This is a horizontal surface. Okay, this is a horizontal surface. For example, the two mass of the blocks will be contact with each other. Okay, this is for example, this is a first block. This is a second block. Okay, can you understand? So first block value listen here. The M1 equal to the M1 equal to 8 kilogram. M1 equal to 8 kilogram. The M2 equal to, listen here, the M2 equal to 2 kilogram. M2 equal to 2 kilogram. M2 equal to 2 kilogram. Okay, so the two mass of the bodies will be contact with each other by the horizontal surface. Okay, so you know that for example you have to apply the force. Okay, this is a F1 force. This is a F1 force. This is a F2 force. Okay, by using the Newton's third law. Okay, what is the Newton's third law? Every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, because the opposite is a minus. Okay, opposite is a minus. Okay, so you know for example listen here. So we have to write the condition given. Okay, the mass of block 1. Okay, mass of block 1 M1 equal to 8 kilogram. What is that? 8 kilogram. The mass of block 2 M2 equal to 2 kilogram. Okay, so we have to find out the total masses. So what is the total mass? The total mass equal to the total mass M equal to M1 plus M2. Okay, M1 plus M2. Okay, so 8 plus 2, what is the value? 10 kilogram. Okay, 10 kilogram. So the total mass value 10 kilogram. Okay, next you know very well what is the Newton's second law equation. Sir, first can you explain about the diagram, sir? Yes, sure, listen here. Let me repeat. The two mass of the blocks will be contact with each other. So we got to apply the F1. You got to apply the F1 force. We know that if you apply the force, the object it can be moved from initial point to the final point. The speed equal to distance by time, velocity equal to displacement by time, acceleration equal to velocity by time. Okay, these are the derived quantity. Okay, but I will not mention about it because we are applying the F1 force. So the F1 force, let me repeat, you are applying the F1 force. So the first the M1 object will be moving. After that the M1 object will be moving. Okay, நீங்கள் என்ன சொல்ல முடியல, நீங்கள் F1 ஃபோர்ஸ் வந்து M1ங்கிற ஆப்ஜெக்ட் கொடுக்கும்போது அது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மூவ் ஆகும்? M2 ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மூவ் பண்ண பிறகு தான் எது மூவ் ஆகும்? M1 ஆப்ஜெக்ட். ஓகே, Suppose, okay, for example, you got to apply the F2 force, okay, you got to apply the F2 force. So the M1 object, okay, you have to apply the M2 force on the into the M2 object. Let me repeat, you have to apply the force on the M2 object. So the M1 object is moving, after that the M2 object will be moving continuously, okay. அப்ப நீ F2ங்கற force வந்து M2ங்கற மாஸ்ல கொடுக்கும்போது first M1 object move பண்ண உடனே தான் நம்ம எது மூவ் ஆகும், M2 object மூவ் ஆகும், ஓகேவா. இப்போ ஒண்ணும் இல்ல, இப்போ ரெண்டு சேர் இருக்கு, அந்த ரெண்டு சேரும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சேம் சைஸ்ல இருக்கு, ஓகேவா. அப்போ நீங்க ஒரு அங்கே ஒரு பர்சன் இருக்காங்க, ஓகே, ரைட் சைட்லேயும் லெஃப்ட் சைட்லேயும் ஒரு பர்சன் இருக்காங்க. அப்போ லெஃப்ட் சைடில் ஒரு பர்சன் ஃபோர்ஸ் அப்ளை பண்ணும்போது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எது மூவ் ஆகும், அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மூவ் ஆகும், ஓகேவா. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மூவ் பண்ணும்போது தான் செகண்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மூவ் ஆகும், ஓகேவா. அதே மாதிரி அந்த ரைட் பர்சன் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த ரைட் பர்சன் இருப்பாங்களா அந்த வலது பக்கத்தில், அவங்க வந்து அந்த ஃபோர்ஸ் அப்ளை பண்ணும்போது அப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ஃபோர்ஸ் அப்ளை பண்ணுறாங்க, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அப்போ எது மூவ் ஆகும், செகண்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மூவ் பண்ணாதான் நம்ம எதாவது மூவ் ஆகும், ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மூவ் ஆகும், ஓகேவா. அந்த கண்டிஷன் தான், ஓகே. அப்போ நமக்கு வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டோட்டல் மாஸ், ஓகே. அப்போ டோட்டல் மாஸ் M equal to M1 plus M2. அப்போ டோட்டல் மாஸ் எவ்வளவு, 10 kg. Next, we know very well what is the Newton's second law equation. Listen here, by using, all of you look at this, by using Newton's, okay, by using Newton's second law equation, okay, by using Newton's second law equation, Newton's second law equation. What is the Newton's second law equation? F equal to M into A. F equal to M into A. So you got to write the value, okay. For example, only we got to find out the, because the F1 value is the F1 value equal to 15 Newton. F1 value equal to 15 Newton. Only we got to find out the F2 value. Only we got to find out the F2 value, okay. So calculate the force exerted on the 2 kg of the mass, okay. So by using Newton's second law equation, F equal to ma, so you got to split out the value. F1 equal to m into a. What is the value? M into a, okay. M into a. What is the F1 value? The F1 equal to 15. F1 equal to 15 Newton. What is the m value? 10 into a, okay. Only we got to find out the acceleration due to gravity. What is the acceleration? Acceleration equal to change in velocity by time. Because only, let me repeat, F1 value 15 Newton. What is the total mass value? 10 kg. Okay, so only you got to find out the acceleration due to gravity. So you got to modify the value. What is the value? A equal to okay, 15 divided by 10. What is the value? 1.5 ms power minus 2. Because this is a SI unit, okay. This is a SI unit, okay. Next we have to find out the F2 value. What is the F2 value? F2 equal to M2, okay, sorry, M2 into A, M2 into A, okay. We know that F2 equal to, listen here, what is the M2 value? Already they have mentioned the value, 2 kg. What is the 2 kg? So 2 into, already we found the value. What is the A value? 1.5. So you got to multiply the value. What is the value? F2 equal to 3 Newton, 3 Newton, because we got to put the decimal point, so the 0 will be neglected. So F2 equal to 3 Newton. What is the SI unit of force? Newton. What is the SI unit of force? Newton, okay. You know very well. For example, this is a free body diagram, okay. Free body diagram. Additionally, we have to note it down. Free body diagram, okay. Free body diagram. Free body diagram. For example, this you have to consider the particular object, okay. You have to consider particular object. There are 4 types of forces will be acting on it, okay. For example, this is a normal force. The normal force is also equal to the weight, okay. And the downward, this is a upward direction, this is a upward direction, this is a downward direction, okay. So this is a downward direction. It is a gravitational force with respect to the m into g. What is the m into g? For next, we have to apply the force. The friction will be acting the opposite direction. If we apply the force, okay, equal direction. Apply the force equal direction, the friction will be acting the opposite direction. Friction will be acting the opposite direction, okay. If you work out the numerical problem, you will be follow upon the 3 things. First, you have to memorize the formula. You have to, second thing, you have to substitute the value. Third thing, you have to mention the SI unit also, okay. Okay, thank you. This is the end of the lesson today. Next class, we will discuss about another interesting topic. You will support my channel. Thank you.